Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are
Yes.
audible.
Yes, sir.
The voice is clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir, it is very much clear.
Is the voice clear or the sound is low?
Sound is low, sir.
Dr. Mahanti, am I clearly audible or the sound is low? Dr. Mahanti? Dr. Mahanti, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is my voice clear or it is little low?
Clear, sir. Your voice is already clear.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody. As already announced earlier, today we will start with a new topic, that is your teaching mathematics. That is based on your BES-143. Like previous attempts, in this attempt also we will try to cover up only block 1. We will try to cover up in this particular session. We will complete block 1, and in 4 days we'll complete this BES-143. There are 4 blocks, as all of you know. The first block is understanding the discipline of mathematics. And there are 4 units again in the block 1. Nature and scope of mathematics, that is unit 1. Aims and objectives of teaching learning mathematics, that is unit 2. How children learn mathematics, that is unit 3. And mathematics in school curriculum, unit 4. These 4 topics will be dealt with today by Dr. Ajay Kumar Mahanti, our esteemed resource person, who has been teaching this particular subject since last so many years in some training colleges where our B.Ed program is activated. So we are fortunate. Dr. Mahanti, you are welcome to IGNOU Regional Center, and especially to this online classroom.
Yes, sir.
I must also welcome all the learners, those who have opted for this particular subject, BES-143, because it is an optional paper. It is not a compulsory paper. And there are not many learners. There are around 200 learners, but I could see only 43 learners have joined so far. The enrollment is very meager, but then we will not wait for others. We will immediately start our presentation. So students, I hope you must have gone through your study material, isn't it? If you have gone through your study material, some questions must be coming to your mind. So I would request you to ask those questions towards the end of the session. Don't intervene in between, because there will be obstruction in the smooth flow of presentation by the resource person. He will go on presenting till 1 hour 40 minutes or something like that, and another 30-40 minutes we will discuss about the common issues or common problems, maybe pertaining to the subject, maybe pertaining to the system. Okay, so that way we will go, and you all know, because you have been attending online counseling classes since last so many days. So you know the modalities. So try to extract maximum out of this online class. And you see, it is not only taking from the teacher, it is also giving. If you know something else, you should also try to give, so that your friends, that means your peer group, your other students will also come to know about that new thing which is known to you. Okay, so please share your ideas also, because everybody is a resource person here. You're also must be teaching. You must be teaching in some schools as teachers, and you too must be having some experiences. So those experiences must be assimilated with the present teaching, so that it will be lively. So everybody is requested to contribute, of course, towards the end, not in between. Try to listen to the resource person patiently, and then we will start discussion. So thank you very much. So Dr. Mahanti, could you start your presentation
Yes,
starting
sir.
from unit 1?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, my dear students. Congratulations to all of you from the core of my heart. And also thanks to Director Sir that he has given opportunity to teach this method or pedagogy of mathematics. At first, I'll provide some of the lessons about this BS-143, BS-1. Now I'm giving shortly on about this pedagogy of mathematics that it contains block 1, block 2, block 3, and block 4 within 4 days. I'll try to complete it. And this block 1, today I'll teach you about block 1, understanding the discipline of mathematics. Okay? So that within this time period, I'll try my best to complete the session. It contains 4 units, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4. And in this case, you should listen carefully and try to understand what I am telling about this mathematics. And the first, Unit 1, it contains nature and scope of mathematics. Nature and scope of mathematics. As far as possible, you are already well known that what is actual mathematics. From pre-primary stage to upwards, we have already read it that what is mathematics. What are the aims and objectives of mathematics, needs of mathematics, importance of mathematics. But in shortly, we know that it is the study of such topics as quantity, structure, space, and its change. But it is an abstract science. Clear? It is an abstract science which investigates deductively the conclusion implied in the elementary conceptions of spatial numerical relations. That means from the pre-primary stage to onwards, it gives direction to every man that it is the work of our life. It gives direction, knowledge, and gives a considerable relationship with man. Therefore, it treats as a compulsory subject in every human being. In this way, in block 1, first we'll discuss that mathematics is a part of our life because we need it every walk of life, in our daily life, in our as a compulsory subject in school curriculum. Therefore, it gives importance for every learner, every teacher, and every individual to use it effectively in the life of every human being, so that the progress of mathematics is very essential, and it is the key point to receive in every part of our life. But in this case, we should consider that what are the basic nature of mathematics. Why mathematics is important. If you will know problem will arise in our life, then what will happen? But every man faces many problems. That may be a richest person, that may be a poor person, So that in this way, mathematics is useful for our daily life. In this way, now we will not discuss in detail about mathematics because we are already well known that what mathematics is. And now we will discuss the nature of mathematics. First case, what is the nature of mathematics? Nature means what it gives idea. What are the different parts? What are the different activities is relating to mathematics? In this case, some of the points are there. Note down it. Point 1. It is a science of space and quantity. It is a science of space and quantity. Because in our daily life, we need mathematics for our daily activity and scientific attitude, scientific modes that can be implemented in every case to fulfill our needs. Second point, it is a language of science, symbols, terms, formulation, and opportunities. It with operations. That means the language and sign must be necessary to solve a problem in mathematics, to discuss something, to give a primary idea. Therefore, it is a part of it. Third point, it is a sequential subject. It is a sequential subject by its very nature. It is a sequential subject. Fourth point, it is responsible in nature. It is responsible in nature because whatever that may be learned, it is from nature. Natural settings, natural activities, and natural ways that can be informed us and we can learn from that nature. Next point, it is a correlating in nature. It is correlating in nature. Whatever we learned, it correlates with each other because it gives idea, information, and that can be created in the form of nature. Next point, settle in the mind of a habit of reasoning. Settle of the mind of a habit of reasoning. We can set up our mind how our reasoning abilities will be developed. What are the different problems in relating to it that can be solved through this reasoning abilities. Through our problems, problematic ideas that can be informed and that can be implemented in the process of providing knowledge. Next, it is both inductive and deductive. It is both inductive and deductive. That means the idea that can be implemented, that can be introduced, and that can be supplied. Next point, expansion of human mind. It expands the mind of human being because every idea, every knowledge that can be in our mind that expands because it is a subject, it is a matter that expands our mind. What to do, how solution will be produced, and what are the activities are there to solve a problem. In this case, these are the following points belonging to the nature of mathematics. There are also different points are there that can be obtained as a result of that can be implemented and that can be selected from books also. There are hundreds of natures are there. But these are the basic needs. These are basic natures in mathematics that can be solved in our mind, that can be solved through our activities to refresh the mind of a learner. In this case, 2 points are comes to our mind. That is, that how mathematics subject will be implemented, will be provided to learner. Therefore, according to this nature, it is between categories. First one is pure mathematics, and second one is applied mathematics. First one is pure mathematics, and second one is applied mathematics. In case of pure mathematics, it is related to abstract science of numbers, quantity, and space. Except it is a concept and structure based. It is a concept and a structure based. That means the idea that can be provided through it, the primary structure, it is due to the use of pure mathematics. Second is applied mathematics. In case of applied mathematics, we can use the science of numbers, quantity, and space. Quantity and space. It can be applied for other disciplines such as physics and engineering also. Therefore, within this point of view, this mathematics can be implemented in different ways and in different techniques to learner in order to solve a problem. Students are not clear. When students are very hardworking, but they are not getting proper knowledge, at the time, different techniques, different problems that can be used and that can be implemented for the learner. In this way, these two types of methods that can be implemented for the learner. Within this, another point comes to our mind. The nature of mathematics is very crucial. It is very genetic, and it involves in many places. When a boy goes to market to buy some things, then he gave money, and with this money, he takes sugar or etc. whatever that he may buy from this shop. Then within balance of this, the nature says that according to his capacity, he can buy it by his own capacities. In this way, mathematics can be said that it is a queen of all sciences, and its presence is there in all subjects. Mathematics are always everywhere, but it depends upon its accuracy, its capacity, and its implementation in a proper way. If we will not apply it in a proper way, proper fashion, that may be harmful for our life. So that mathematics gives us clear and correct answer through calculations. Therefore, we need mathematics in our life. In this, we can say that the nature also considers that it is from concrete to abstract. That means the concept of any topic gives idea to proceed from concrete to abstract. Except it is from particular to general. It gives idea that a particular things always necessary for every individual to arrive at general. And this idea can be provided by the use of mathematics only. Therefore, the third point points out that it is conceptual and procedural knowledge. The knowledge which are being provided only for the general idea. And that idea in mathematics is called conceptual knowledge. Students' activity. Students' idea and their procedural knowledge, that is also necessary in their life. So that mathematics indicates that it is a part of a science. Therefore, in every case, in every situation, we need such type of knowledge. Except it, mathematics is a creative activity for our life. Hello. Hello. Are you listening to me or not?
Yes, sir, you are audible. We are listening to you.
Yes. Okay. In this case, one minute, please. It is a creative thinking. We know that mathematics is a creative thinking because when we solve a problem, when we go through a mathematical solution, in order to get a solution, thinking capacity is very much necessary. And that thinking is known as divergent thinking. This is the activity of a creative child. A creative child is always thinks more and more and he gets a solution. The divergent thinking is always implemented, is always provided to such type of children to develop his creativeness. Excellent fluency, flexibility, originality, and opportunities are to be provided such type of children to improve their creativeness. This creativeness is only a key point, only a critical thinking ability of the creative child that the developmental process will be developed. And that is the duty of a teacher. A teacher knows. A teacher can identify such type of differences from different classes because he knows, he can measure, he can observe, and he can provide his idea to such type of weakness children after observing from classroom situation. In this way, in mathematics, a creative child can be identified through different techniques of a teacher. That will be from pre-primary stage to secondary stage or other cases. But in this case, one thing comes to our mind that what should be a role of teacher in development of conjecture. What is actually conjecture? It is often used in the context of mathematical problem for solving and investigation. In a mathematical problem, conjecture can be used by a teacher, and he can provide the knowledge to learner for problem solving and investigating. Problem may be solved or may not solved, but proper idea. Problem and so to solve an investigation. It refers to that something might be true at the stage and something may not be true, but a proper idea are to be provided for solution of a problem. In this case, another question comes to our mind: how to understand the discipline of mathematics. Understanding the discipline of mathematics. In case of mathematics, students' activity, students' knowledge, that can be measured by a perfect teacher. And examples and special classes are to be provided by their teacher to solve their problem, to improve their quality, to improve their weakness, to improve their clarification. In some cases, students are unable to receive knowledge from a teacher. Therefore, a mathematics teacher, he can understand, he can provide his idea to develop the students' knowledge. In this, one thing comes to our mind that what is fallacies? What is fallacies? Incorrect and other notion that can be observed, that fallacy is some opportunity that can be observed in case of the student, that can be done or may not be done, that can be calculated or may not be calculated, but it should be solved, it should be provided opportunity to fulfill the need of a learner. Students may or may not be observed, may or may not be listened, but proper direction are to be provided, proper implementation are to be implemented. Therefore, the solution, the problem can be solved. Another thing comes to our mind, the what is the scope of mathematics? What are the scope of mathematics? We know that the scope of mathematics is very wide. It is no certain references, but if we want to arrive at the conclusion, we want to describe it within certain points. Such points are, note down, point 1, new scientific and technical discoveries. New scientific and technical discoveries. That means mathematics provides opportunity for formation of a new scientific idea and technical discoveries on a new problem. That problem may be related to their life or related to other nation or our nation also. So new scientific and technical discoveries are very important in the field of mathematics. Point 2, in the field of modern civilization, our society is going to be changed, and with this change, our civilization has changed also and is going to be changed also. Therefore, this modern civilization is a part of mathematics, and it can solve the real life situation of every individual. Third point, weather forecasting. Weather forecasting is an important part in the scope of mathematics because it provides idea, it gives opportunity by means of the scientists, the geographists, they provides opportunity to inform within no limits. They gives idea what is going to happen and what will happen. They forecasts it within a certain period. Fourth point, new fields about learning and research usefulness. New fields about learning and research usefulness. That means it is a field which provides opportunity to impact knowledge and gives direction for research, progress of research. Through research, we can develop our mind, we can clarify our doubt that what will be happen, what we are doing is correct or not. It gives such a type of idea. It gives such a type of idea to every human being. Point 5, radical changes. Radical changes. That means change by change. It gives that as society is going to change. Therefore, this change is also a part in the field of mathematics. Mathematical solutions. Whether this solution is appropriate or not, whether this instruction providing to them is correct or not. It gives opportunity, it gives importance, and a part of total human being that every learner should go through these processes. And these processes is a process of change of nature. If students will not get proper answer then they are unable to solve their problems. They are unable to proceed next. What will happen? What they are doing is correct or not. They will summarize themselves. They will think over it. And they, at last they will get a result. Whatever the result may be, good or bad. But they will get an answer. And this answer is a perfect knowledge of a radical change. And this change must be necessary for every human being, for every learner, and for every student. Except it, if we want to change our nation through this mathematical problems, there one thing comes to our mind, that what is hypothesis are necessary. Hypothesis. And it's proof. Hypothesis means if we want to solve a problem, different points comes to our mind, that what we are doing is positive or not. What are the different points are there? It is used to refer to a generalization that is still a conjecture and what is to be either proved in true or not. That statement may be true or false, but proper example, proper readiness are must be necessary in order to solve a problem. Therefore, in mathematics, different hypothetical points comes to our mind. And this hypothesis or this hypothetical conjecture are to be proved. That problem will be provided to learner. And if students are unable to solve it, the teacher should give direction that how it will be solved, how it will be proved. Not the teacher will solve all of the problems. He should give direction. He should give a knowledge how to solve the problem. If they are unable to solve it, then knowledge must be provided, can be provided by a teacher to solve it. In this way, hypothetical knowledge, hypothetical solution will be comes to our mind, and it will be solved by the teacher as well as the student also. In this way, through students' activity and students' creativeness also developed. How this creativeness will be developed? In case of the creativeness thinking, mathematics provides opportunity. The students should go through different techniques, different remedies, different steps, different procedures. The teacher should follow such type of activities, such type of procedures in the classroom situation. These are divergent thinking. What is divergent thinking? That means students should be engaged in different possibilities. They should be provided with different types of techniques in order to develop their thinking abilities. Not proper solutions are to be provided, but how their thinking abilities will be developed, they should be encouraged. And that encouragement is known as divergent thinking. They will follow themselves as they are a creative child, so that they should have such type of knowledge to receive, to solve a problem. Second is fluency. mathematical process decide a quick moment possible solution. Students should have fluency. He should have provided with opportunity that how his fluency ability will be developed. A mathematics teacher, therefore, should provide such type of knowledge to learner that his fluency abilities will be developed if proper knowledge will be provided. Next, flexibility. Courage must be provided to them in order to development of flexibility. Students should have the knowledge of flexibility. They should be provided with different tools and techniques by a teacher for development of the power of flexibility. Next, originality. This is the ability of thinking. That may be independently. Students should have originality. If he or she has originality, then it should be located. It should be identified by a teacher from classroom situation. And proper knowledge, if he or she needs, then it should be provided. Then she or he should have such type of originality, then we can say that he is a creative child. So that in mathematics, this creativeness, this originality will be developed if the proper steps will be followed by a teacher. Next is appropriateness. The situation of receiving follow paths in a condition, if a problem can arise in the mind of learner, appropriate solution, appropriate method should be used by a teacher. A teacher can provide appropriate knowledge, appropriate path to that learner in which he can be able to reach or solve the problem. Therefore, in mathematics, such type of things comes to the mind of every learner, and a teacher should give such type of idea to learner on about the solution of a problem. If this solution, this problem will be solved by such children, then we can say that he is a creative child. So, students, these are the following: meaning, nature, and scope of mathematics in Unit 1. In this case, now we will proceed to Unit 2. In Unit 2, you are already well known the aims and objectives of teaching mathematics. Aims and objectives of teaching mathematics. Teaching learning mathematics. We are already well known what is mathematics. What are the needs and importance of mathematics? Because due to our daily life programs, we can follow mathematical problems, mathematical techniques in order to solve our daily routines, daily problems. Therefore, one thing comes to our mind. What are the aims and objectives of teaching learning mathematics? Why? Why will we use mathematics? That may be in the field of pre-primary or primary or secondary stage. Mathematics generally in a short thing come from the Greek word mathma, M-A-T-H-M-A, which means that which is learned, that which is learned. And it may be in the form of knowledge, study, and learning. Therefore, in our daily life situation, in short, in pre-primary or primary stage, this mathematics can be utilized, can be implemented to learner for solution of the life problems. Students are very small, they are unable to know how methods will be used. What are the merits of using such mathematical terms, such mathematics in our daily life? But a perfect teacher, a trained teacher, he can mobilize such type of children that it is a systematic process. It is a systematic technique. It creates creativeness among learner. It provides opportunity to comparison among learner, because students' activity, students' problems that can be solved by themselves only. If they are able to solve a problem, then their mind can be cleared. It is forever retained in the mind if they will solve only the problem. They need not take the help of other. Mathematical solutions, mathematical points are very important for them. Therefore, in this case, we know that mathematics is useful for every human being, and there are certain aims and objectives are there, and these aims and objectives are very important in their life. So that why we use such type of mathematics for the learner? What should be the objectives are there, and why it is needed? Therefore, you should know first the aims and objectives of teaching mathematics. They write down some of the important points in the field of aims of teaching learning mathematics. Point 1, to enable students to solve mathematics or mathematical problems of daily life. To enable students to solve mathematical problems of daily life. That means in his daily life, from morning to evening, if a problem can arise, proper opportunities are being provided to him to solve it through mathematics. Second point, to understand the contribution of mathematics to the development of culture and civilization. In our civilization, in our culture, proper understanding are necessary, and such type of understanding can be implemented, can be provided from society, from culture, from civilization. For our culture and civilization will be developed only through the contribution of mathematics. Third point, to develop the thinking and reasoning power of the students. To develop the thinking and reasoning, students' thinking capacity and reasoning capacities that can be developed through teaching of such mathematics. Students will proceed. They will enable or they will be able to develop the thinking and reasoning abilities in this manner. Third point, to prepare a sound facilitation needed for various vocations. That means for various vocations, this type of mathematical solutions are to be provided. Mathematical problems are to be provided to the learner. Next point, to prepare the child for further learning in mathematics. It prepares child for further learning. And this further learning means how they methods will create with themselves. It gives opportunity to provide creativeness, to provide interest. That student will get facility and they will motivate to proceed next. So that this is a part, this is activity of mathematics to prepare such type of children for further learning in mathematics. If students are unable, students are not interested to learn through mathematics, then a perfect teacher creates atmosphere, good atmosphere, and provides opportunity to the children for improvement of teaching learning process. Next point, to describe the habit of and to develop the desirable habit and attitudes of learner. Desirable habits, that means students will be facilitated for improvement of habits. That habits must be related to the mathematical subjects. Students' activity, students' attitudes, that will be also modified if proper knowledge of mathematics will be implemented to them. In this case, one thing comes to our mind: a perfect teacher, a trained teacher, if he can teach effectively in the class, then students' awareness, students' interest, students' intention of taking mathematical knowledge will be increased. Proper direction are to be provided to them. Next point, to give the child an insight into the relationship of different topics. To give the child an insight into that means students should be facilitated, should be directed to take education, to take mathematical education for relationship with different parts, different activities. They should come in contact with different activities in relation to mathematics. Next point, to enable the child to understand of popular literature. Students should be facilitated. That means students should be facilitated to understand popular literature according to the interest, according to the need. They should come across with popular literature. Next point, to teach the child of economic and creative lives. Economic, to teach the child of economic and creative lives. Students' economical condition. Students, hello.
Dr. Mahante, you can speed up a little bit because we have another 2 units to cover. Just touch upon the important points and try to speed up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that in this way, the child's economic and creative living procedure will be improved if they will proceed through it. Next point, to develop the child relation of scientific attitude towards life. To how the scientific attitude will be developed, they will prepare themselves. In this way, these are the basic aims for mathematics, and now to come to objectives. The basic objectives has been categorized into 3 parts, that is cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. In cognitive, affective, and psychomotor process, you are already well known that mathematics is a part. Mathematics is a solution. In case of cognitive domain, knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. These are included in cognitive domain. That means the mental ability. Cognitive development means mental development. And these are the following points: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation are necessary. Second is affective domain. In case of affective domain, receiving, responding, valuing, organization, internalization are needed. And in case of psychomotor, there are imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization are the basic important criteria for objectives. Now, except it, the basic objectives of teaching mathematics are learning of mathematical language. Mathematical languages are to be learned. Second point, use of mathematical concepts. Mathematical concepts should be used. Third point, learning of fundamental like processing, rules, manipulation, these are needed. Fourth point, understanding of historical background of various pictures. Fifth point, understanding the rules and regulations of different measurements. These are the following points. These are knowledge objectives. Second is skill objectives. In case of skill objectives, there are the child learns to express through different techniques. Second, it is to perform calculations. Third point, he develops the ability to organize and interpret through given data. Fourth point, he learns to analyze problems. Fifth point, he develops the knowledge of accurate geometric figures. These are the following skill objectives. Next, you come appreciation objectives. In case of appreciation objectives, the child learns to develop the various subject of occupation. Second point, the role played by mathematics is the modern life, is in modern life. Third point, the cultural value of mathematics. Third point, the value of mathematics as leisure in activity. These are the following points in appreciation objectives. Next point, attitude objectives. The child develops the attitude of systematically pursuing to take in different places. Second, he develops the habit of logical reasoning. Third point, expression of the standard or end results. Fourth point, he develops the habit of different ideas. These are the following attitude-based objectives. In this case, this is all about Unit 2. Next to come Unit 3, how to learn mathematics. Next to come Unit 3, how to teach mathematics. In this case, one of the things comes to our mind, what should be the objectives? Point 1, the way of receiving mathematics idea. First point, the way of receiving mathematical ideas, situation for learning mathematics, level of necessary for better knowledge of mathematics. Students should provide opportunity for different types of learning mathematics. In this case, mathematical problems, mathematical solutions are must be necessary for learning by a teacher. A teacher should be a perfect teacher and should provide his teaching in classroom in order to provide actual knowledge to learner. Therefore, in this unit, a teacher can set up his mind that a student should be facilitated through mathematical ideas. So that conception of mathematical, now we will proceed to conception of mathematical ideas. In this conception, children learn from own experience. The children should learn from own experience. That means knowledge will be provided. Students should be facilitated by a teacher. And that children should learn from his own experience. As he is a creative child, as he is a good children, so that we should create such type of creativeness in that class, he should provide from own experience. Next, children have own idea for learning. Next point, children should have mathematical idea. Every child is unique. That means in the class, no childs are same. They can learn in different ways, in different techniques. Therefore, these type of techniques are to be provided to them in different ways. Except it, what are the developmental progression in the learning of mathematical concepts? Developmental progression. What should be the idea? Should be provided by us, by other psychologists or mathematicians, that can improve the students' mathematical concepts will be developed. We can take one example, Piaget's. Jean Piaget, he has provided his conceptual idea about cognitive development. We know that cognitive development means the mental development. He provided idea through 4 stages. These first stages are sensory motor period, pre-operational period, concrete operational period, and formal operational period. He provided idea through these four processes in which students' activity, students' mentality are developed. That means in case of the pre-operational period, concrete operational period, formal operational period, and formal operational period, that can develop the mental ability of learner. According to Jean Piaget, that students' actual performance, creativeness, mental ability, that can be developed through the four types of techniques. Then you come process involved in teaching mathematics. In case of this process involved in teaching mathematics, certain ideas are there. These ideas are: point one, problem solving. In case of teaching mathematics, problem solving method is a important method for the student that can be improve the quality of learner, that can solve students' problem. So that proper idea must be provided through practice and expression. If practice and expression will be implemented, then students' ability of problem solving will be solved. Second one is patterning. This is a technique. This is a process for improvement of students' teaching learning process. Third one is reasoning. This is one of the important points, and this reasoning ability should be developed for the learner for development of teaching learning process. Fourth one is abstraction. That means it is abstract in nature. Students' abstractness will be developed, and after it, generalization. Students will generalize themselves only, and after it, argumentation and justification. They will argument themselves, and they will generalize at the conclusion that what are the needs and importance of mathematics, what are the aims and objectives of mathematics. Next, we will proceed to unit 4, mathematics in school curriculum. Mathematics in school curriculum. We know that in our curriculum, mathematics plays an important role for every stage of learner, because without proper mathematics, students' actual knowledge can't be developed. Their attitudes, their mentality will not be developed. Therefore, in our curriculums, it has been included according to the level of a learner, according to the mental ability, maturity level, and way of receiving knowledge. Different syllabuses has been prepared for them, and it is only for the development of mental ability. In the earlier cases, mathematics was considered as the mother of all sciences, because science provides opportunity, is a way of investigation, is a method of teaching, learning mathematics. In case of secondary level, a learner should understand the importance of keeping mathematics as a key position in school curriculum. But due to the change of nature, change of the mind of learner, improvement of the mind of learner, it has been provided in certain ways. Therefore, why this is included in the curriculum? Because to explain social and mathematical with practical importance to learner, to identify the essential component of school curriculum, to familiarize the students with mathematics curriculum, to give and analyze various trends in the development of school mathematics curriculum. So that in this case, one thing comes to our mind: what are the needs and importance of mathematics in school curriculum? What are the needs and importance of mathematics curriculum? In our day-to-day life, we know that mathematics is very important. In block 1, in unit 1, we have discussed something about the needs and importance of mathematics curriculum. Mathematics needs and importance of mathematics. Likewise, this curriculum are also very important, and it has been categorized into some of the parts, that is in social aspects. In our social point of view, we know in our daily activities, daily fulfill of needs, we use this mathematics. Therefore, the curriculum of mathematics, like mathematical vocabulary, discount, commission, depend, invoice, profit and loss, it has been included within the curriculum. Mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on, also included within it for the development of curricular activities. To understand many institutions and other management problems, quantitative knowledge are also a main point in the field of architect, an engineer, an aviator, and scientist. They use this type of curriculums. Many vocations needs also mathematical skill. They are the following social aspects. Next you come mathematical aspects. A mathematics teacher know how to analyze a situation, how to come to a decision, to check thinking, its result, relationship, and its generalization. Mathematics develop the ability to perform necessary compulsions such as accuracy, reasonable speed. It also gives opportunity for making dependable estimation and approximations. Except it gives idea for implementation of knowledge like spatial relations by drawings, and systematically it interprets information in graphs, tables, etc. Next is application of mathematics. In this case, mathematics is the story of the progress of civilization and culture. So that mathematics is the mirror of civilization. In this way, mathematical problems, mathematical techniques, it should be implemented in our civilization, in our country, in our culture, to reflect the knowledge of mathematics. It helps in the preservation, promotion, and transmission of culture. Various cultures, poetry, painting, drawing, sculpture, utilize mathematical knowledge. Therefore, in this process, different techniques that can be used for the needs and interpretation of mathematics. Next, you come the vision of mathematics curriculum at school level. Vision of mathematics curriculum at school level. We know that curriculums are being prepared according to the level of learner. Therefore, what should be the aims and objectives that mathematics curriculum should be included in school level? Point 1, to comprehend basic mathematical concepts, to comprehend different mathematical concepts, to acquire efficiency in mathematics, to acquire efficiency in mathematics, to provide knowledge of solving a problem, to give direction for proper utilization of mathematical problems. Second point, principles. What are the principles are there? In case of the field of principles, core area of concern in school mathematics. Core area. Not only the area, core area are needed for common in school mathematics. Next point, curriculum choice at different stages of school mathematics. Curriculum choice at different stages. That means this curriculum should be chosen according to the needs and importance of learner. There are the following points: the vision of mathematics curriculum at school level. Next, you come recent trends of curriculum development. Recent trends. In our this recent research study states that mathematics curriculum are very important in the trends. Therefore, this point indicates that subject-centered approach. Subject-centered means, subject means mathematics-centered means mathematics is the important point. And according to the student's interest, ability, and way of interest, it should be chosen and it should be provided. Second point, behaviorist approach. This is the important point also. According to the behavior of learner, it should be chosen and it should be provided. Third point, constructive approach. Students should be constructive minded and their activity should be based on it. According to their level, according to the knowledge, it should be implemented and should be provided. Second, next is learner-centered curriculum. The curriculum should be learner-centered because according to the interest, according to the need, this curriculum are to be chosen and should be prepared. In our curriculum, it has been implemented also according to the nature, according to the students' interest, it has been prepared for development of their activity. Next is activity-centered curriculum. Here, more importance is given in the field of activity. Students' activity, way of talking, way of receiving knowledge are basically based on activity-centered curriculum. And students are basically the core point for receiving such type of knowledge, and they are implemented for proper knowledge of receiving accuracy. Next, principles of formulating mathematical curriculum. What are the principles are there? The curriculum of mathematics based on different objectives. Curriculum can be considered as the sum total of all the experiences gained by children as a result of various formal as well as informal activities at school, at home, in the society. So that means sum total of experience should be gained by children, and their idea and their thinking abilities may be developed, that may be in the way of formal and non-formal way. That means that may be developed at home, at school, and other places. In this way, this principle indicates that the pedagogical approach of a teacher is going for organizing activities, and it decides the child what will be learned by a teacher. A teacher should be a perfect. Students must be essential for learning of such type of education, such type of mathematics. Next point, child needs interest and capabilities. Students' interest and capability should be emphasized. Without their interest, methods can't be possible to provide. Methods can develop their mind so that according to their capability, according to the interest, curriculum should be prepared and it should be implemented according to their need and interest. Next one, the content and various activities provided in the curriculum should help the student to understand the social and civic responsibilities. There's social responsibilities, civic responsibilities will be developed if the content-based knowledge will be provided. If students will be able to understand what society is. Next, conservation of our culture, heritage is an important aspect. Students should be facilitated for the development of heritages, development of social activities, and that should be taken care. And proper investigation must be provided to them in order to develop their lesson. The curriculum should be framed in such a way that different types of children can have opportunity for self-expression and development. That means curriculum should be prepared in such a manner in which the learner can able to receive proper way according to the interest and according to their need. Next point, the student should have a concept school in mathematics, core areas. That area of receiving should be in such a manner in which they can able to receive a proper knowledge, they can able to give suggestion to other if they will be master in mathematics. And after it, now we'll proceed curricular choices at different stages of school mathematics. Curricular choices. Curricular choices is an important part at a primary stage and a secondary stage also. In primary school stage, basic platform should be built. A teacher should have a knowledge on the basis of content. Content knowledge must be provided to learner. In mathematics, this previous knowledge, based questions, and content knowledge, unit-wise discussion thoroughly should be provided to them, because they are very small, they are unable to understand what the teacher says. They are a perfect teacher, a trained teacher who has very knowledge in that subject. He should give opportunity to such children on the basis of content wise, on the basis of unit in which the child can learn. Then curriculum choice at upper primary stage. In upper primary stage, the slowly children must be given opportunity to deal with abstract concepts. Then they should have opportunity for abstract concepts. In order to arrive at a conclusion, they should learn mathematics without any fear and burden. Proper care must be taken over them. Mathematical games, puzzles, shortcuts, and recreational activities should be implemented upon them, in which they can able to receive proper knowledge. Next, curricular choices at secondary stage. At the secondary stage, students begin to perceive the structure of mathematics as a discipline. Rote learning, facts, memorized, mechanical way should be implemented in the field of mathematics. Knowledge must be provided. Different types of examples, activities are to be provided, in which they can able to receive knowledge, they can raise their mind, they can identify different problems and how the problems will be solved. They will analyze it, they will interpret it, and algebraic and arithmetic solution can be solved. In algebra and geometry, they can be correlated with trigonometry also. Attention must be provided to them with other subjects such as physics, chemistry, biology, geography, and other social sciences. In this way, mathematics is also responsible for development of students' activities. Next you come, recent trends of curriculum development it has been discussed earlier. And now this is all about learn the conception of activities that can be implemented in the field of mathematics, and this is all about the unit. And now we have finished all of the units in block 1. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Dr. Mahanti,
Yes, sir.
is there anything else?
No, sir. This is the finishing of block 1. All units have been finished by me.
Block one has been covered.
Yes, sir. Covered. It is covered.
Okay. Now you can take up questions. I'm busy in another meeting. There is another regional directors meeting going on simultaneously.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sitting in the other computer, which is back to me.
Yes.
So students are requested to put up their questions, and you can straight away answer them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is a question by Deepa Sethi. She is asking what is the difference between conceptual and procedural knowledge.
Yes, sir. What is the difference between conceptual and
Conceptual knowledge and procedural knowledge.
this one here? Hello, my dear student. Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
The conceptual knowledge provides opportunity about a particular thing, about a concept that a student, if a student have no knowledge, and if he has no any idea of a particular problem, then that problem belongs to the conceptual knowledge and it should be solved. And in perceptual knowledge, that problem also can be solved. And it is according to his interest provided by a teacher, their knowledge must be implemented and must be recognized by a proper teacher.
May I add to some extent?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dear students, you see, conceptual knowledge. The main thing is concept. What is a concept? Concept is nothing but a particular topic or a theme or a content which is going to be mastered by the learner, isn't it? Content knowledge we normally understand as content knowledge. So conceptual knowledge is content knowledge, the knowledge about a particular content or concept, that is conceptual knowledge. And procedural knowledge is the procedure that is normally followed in order to understand that particular concept. Procedural knowledge, for example, suppose teaching mathematics, suppose you are teaching the students addition and subtraction, isn't it? Addition and subtractions are concepts, isn't it? So the knowledge which is involved there in addition and subtraction, that is conceptual knowledge. And how to make the students understand about addition and subtraction, the procedure that you follow, the knowledge which is involved in that procedure, that is procedural knowledge. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Is there any other question? What is validation of mathematical knowledge? Validation of mathematical knowledge.
Validation.
Validation of mathematical knowledge.
In the validation of mathematical knowledge, it means it validates the knowledge belonging to a teacher. It can be validated and should be implemented to learner, and it gives a primary idea about a particular concept.
Okay, again I would like to add something to it. Validation is nothing but trying to find out the truth. Validate, when somebody is trying to find out the truth behind a particular concept, that is validation. The validation of mathematical knowledge, the knowledge that is involved in mathematical procedures, isn't it? And validation of it is validation of mathematical knowledge, isn't it? How do you validate? That means how do you try to see that a particular thing is true or false, isn't it? That is validation. When you are trying to find out the truthfulness of a particular piece of knowledge, that is validation. And if that is applied in mathematical, if any kind of mathematical knowledge, that is validation of mathematical knowledge. Okay. Then there is another question by what is attitude objective of mathematics? Attitude objectives of mathematics. Attitude objective.
In this case, objective attitude. Hello, sir.
Yes. Kalyani Raut is asking what is attitude objective of mathematics?
In attitude objectives.
Attitude objective.
Yes, sir. In attitude towards learning mathematics, perform mathematical operations and its manipulation with different speed, accuracy, etc. In mathematical objectives, the child develops the attitude systematically and it develops the habit of logical reasoning. Hello.
Shibani Parida is asking
Yes, sir.
how mathematics preserve and promote culture. How mathematics is helpful in preserving and promoting culture.
In our society, mathematics is the source. It promotes culture through different aspects like cultural ways. That means it is in a meeting, through a debate competition, mathematical competition, mathematical reasoning, mathematical problem solving, and it creates students' interest. It develops the mind of learner to different ways, in which the learner can develop his mind. It creates competitive attitudes for development of the culture.
You see, mathematics is responsible to a great extent in developing scientific attitude also. And the scientific attitude or mathematical attitude is definitely helpful in constructing our society productively, for social reconstruction, for social development, for social, what should I say, social development, so to say. The use of mathematics is of utmost importance, because mathematics is such a subject whose application is almost is necessary in almost every field. So for preservation of culture, mathematics is directly or indirectly involved. Okay. So that is that as a layman I can answer, because I am not a subject expert, but as a layman I can say that it is responsible to a great extent in preserving culture in that way. Development of scientific attitude, development of mathematical ability, isn't it? Suppose, take for example, if people have absolutely no idea about uh, this mathematics, so to say, little bit of calculation, take for example, what will happen? Can our culture, remain intact? Our culture will be smashed, isn't it? We're not able to have, suppose, mathematical calculation. There will be anarchy. There will be anarchy. So for a solid culture or for a sound culture, use of mathematics is always there. So that is in that respect, we can say mathematics is responsible for preserving and promoting Indian culture, our culture. There is another question by Rajat Satpathy. How can generalization be used for validation of mathematical knowledge? Generalization be used for validation of mathematical knowledge. Rajat Satpathy is asking, how can generalization be used for validation of mathematical knowledge?
Yes, sir. This is a primary thing, the validation of generalization of mathematics. An important point. The students should generalize themselves first, whether the questions are understood by them or not. Generalization allows humans and animals to recognize similarities in knowledge and gives idea into different situations. This idea provides opportunity for cognition instead starting, and that can apply knowledge to learning new situation and environments. So that in the new environment and situations, this generalization allows humans to every category for development of their humanities.
Okay, I think there is no other question. Uh, have you covered block 3 and block 4, Dr. Mahanti?
Hello?
How learners learn mathematics and mathematics in school curriculum? These two things. I don't know because I was not present. Dr.
No,
Mahanti,
yes, sir.
block 3
Yes,
and
sir.
block 4 are covered?
No. Block 1 is covered today.
No, block 1 is all right. No, block 1 is all right, but that the unit, the last 2 units.
Yes, sir. 4
Okay,
units in block 1 have been covered already.
Students,
4 units in block 1 has covered already.
there is another question.
Yes, sir.
Shivani Pareda is asking, I think every discipline or subject is related to each other. Archaeology is related to mathematics. Yes, of course. Shivani Pareda, you are absolutely correct. Every subject is interrelated. Therefore, we
Yes.
normally call interdisciplinary subjects. Okay. Every subject is dependent upon another subject. And there is relationship of every subject with other subjects. So that is always there. You are absolutely correct. And archaeology has also some component of mathematics. Okay. And you see, mathematical applications are there in almost every discipline. Every discipline, mathematical application is there. So mathematics is inseparable. Mathematics is such a thing which cannot be separated from our daily life, isn't it? So it is applied in every phase of life. Okay, so thank you very much for a effective participation by all the students, and nice presentation by Ajay Kumar Mahanti. So tomorrow we'll touch upon different aspects of block 2, and we'll take up your questions and reply to each one of them. So thank you very much for participating. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.